Trackhouse got his charter, but in a way we did not expect. And is Penske blowing it up after a big name is leaving the team? Let's talk about it. A post-checker flag. Yeah. Hey everyone, Mike from LA1 here. If you guys are watching this, happy 4th of July. It's not quite 4th of July at the time of this recording. We are just several hours away from the first Cup race in Wisconsin in 65 years at Road America for the 4th of July. But boy, we got some big shocking news in NASCAR. We'll start with probably the smaller of the two. Let's talk about Penske, shall we? That's right, everyone. Yeah, and as you guys know, there was rumors going around that... There was rumors that Brad Keselowski is going to be moving to Roush to take over the 6, and it'll become Roush Fenway Keselowski Racing. Well, according to Bob Pockworth, that it's almost a done deal. All we got to do now is pretty much the waiting game right now to see it when it becomes official. Now, not only they're probably losing Brad, now they're losing Todd Gordon, Joey Logano's crew chief, who has practically went on a NASCAR podcast saying that he's retiring at the end of the season, which came really out of left field. That was until what's been going on with Trackhouse. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. But Todd Gordon, man, the reason why Joey Logano's been on a real consistent basis, including he was part of the reason why he won his championship. He won his championship, and honestly, he said this was probably the last season. Is he going to pull a Jack Knaus and join Hendrick Motorsports? No. Is he going to take a different role with Penske? I'm honestly not sure. But only time will tell it. But if this is the end of I wish Todd Gordon and his family nothing but the best as he gets ready to pursue his new career. But let's get to arguably one of the biggest stories in NASCAR probably the biggest one in the last 2 years. As we all know, Spire Motorsports ended up giving Colleague Racing two charters. One of them ended up being the charter for one Trackhouse Racing. Well, they have a charter. And it's not what you're thinking is. My friends, not only they've got a charter, it's a hostile takeover. This past Wednesday, it was announced that Trackhouse has bought Chip Ganassi Racing. You heard right. Trackhouse, Justin Marks, and Pitbull bought Chip Ganassi Racing. Well, at least their NASCAR portion anyway. I don't know what to say. I'm fucking stunned. This was probably something I was not seeing coming at all. Now, not only do they have a charter for the 99 for Suarez, now they have a second charter, and now they're in a tough predicament here. Who are they going to keep? Kurt Busch or Ross Chastain? Because Suarez is going to stay, meaning more than likely whoever doesn't get chosen for Trackhouse, they're going to be the odd-on favorite to get the second 2311 seat. This is going to be extremely interesting going forward. But we're going to have to talk about this here, guys. Chip Ganassi Racing was, compared to his IndyCar team, was kind of lacking. I mean, the biggest moment was when Jamie McMurray shocked the NASCAR world by winning the 2010 Daytona 500 in the one car. And, or at least we all thought was one of the biggest upsets in NASCAR in Daytona 500 history. That was until 1 year later when Trevor Bayne won. And then until it was topped again this season when Michael McDowell won. I still cannot believe what I'm saying. Michael McDowell is a Daytona 500 winner. I cannot believe it. Still cannot believe that. And also, what number are they going to keep? Are they going to keep the 1? Or are they going to keep the iconic 42? I mean, Chip Ganassi Racing only won 14 races, and Kyle Larson and the 42 make up almost half of it. And while we're on the subject of Chip Ganassi, Chip Ganassi flat out said that prior to this deal, he had no plans on selling the team until Justin Marks made him an offer that he just couldn't refuse. And when you think of it, Justin Marks used to work for DEI, or Ganassi Racing. Ty Norris used to work for DEI, got shown the door, went to Michael Waltrip Racing. We all know what happened there. And now Ty Norris, who's now with Trackhouse, ends up buying out Ganassi. And now, while we're on the subject of Ganassi, the money, according to an article I saw, I forgot who wrote it so I can mark it down for you guys, saying that money could get a 5th IndyCar slot for Kevin Magnussen. And while we're on the subject of Magnussen, apparently he was a bit of an inspiration for Nikita Mazepin's antics before the Austrian Grand Prix. But we'll talk more about that when I do post-checker flag for the Austrian Grand Prix. So what do you guys think in the comments? Who do you think is going to get that second Trackhouse seat? Busch or Chastain? Let me know in the comments section below. And until next time, I'll see you guys after the checkered flag.